Love me 2 times, baby. Or should I say 33 times? Love me 33 times, baby. Because once again, we are back with another Decode. And today, we're going to be taking a look at the death of Jim Morrison and his girlfriend, common law wife, whatever you want to call it, Pam Coulson. Me, I'm an absolutely huge Door fans. Always has been. I am always has been. What am I saying? I'm a karaoke host pretty much full time. It's what I do, and I'm a singer in a band, and my go-to is always The Doors and Jim Morrison. Always is vocally suited me. I'm just a huge fan of the themes and the mystique behind Jim Morrison. So I always love a chance to get a look at the numbers and decode someone or something like The Doors and Jim Morrison. And once again, in this decode, the numbers never lie. It is the exact same pattern that we always see when it comes to family relation, life, and death, rather being manufactured for the intent of numerical ritual or just through divine natural synchronicity, which is what I tend to lean to the most. This just being the code of life playing out, everything happening for a reason, as the age-old saying, and numerology and date distances like this being essentially the receipt and the proof of said statement. So if we look right up here, from Jim Morrison's birth, December 8, 1943, to his last day alive, he was exactly 330 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days old. His last day alive there, that came 3 months and 3 weeks to the day after he moved to Paris, which is where he died, in the bathtub, where his girlfriend here, Pam, found him. Talking about his girlfriend here, if we take a look here, from Jim Morrison's last day alive to the date of his girlfriend's death, 3 years later, it is exactly 33 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, perfectly wrapping up this beautiful little numerical riddle that we have here. It is speculated through many people that Jim Morrison actually just faked his own death to escape Hollywood and all the implications that had, but just like most people we see in the mainstream today, your Tucker Carlsons, your Candace Owens, whoever it'll be, there is a CIA military tie within Jim Morrison's family, just like all those other people that I just stated. Jim Morrison's dad, he was the U.S. admiral on the ship that led the Gulf of Tonkin incident that manipulated the public. It was the false flag that got the U.S. into the Vietnam War. And guess what? The day that they decommissioned his father's ship that was involved in that war was the exact day that Jim Morrison died. Make of that what you will, but it is nothing short of fascinating. Pretty much everything we know, guys, has been manipulated or orchestrated for a reason. The people that we see in the mainstream, the hippie movement, the peace and love movement, all has its ties back to MK Ultra and all the psychedelic experiments that they did during that, then being put into the public. And once again, one of the figureheads of that whole movement, one of the biggest and still the most influential musician of that time and our time, his dad had CIA and U.S. military ties. It is everywhere if you look deep enough. And it's just interesting that we see this numerology playing out again, which I lean towards being natural in this case. And his dad's ship was decommissioned on the day of his death. Very fascinating. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Wow.